Come on now. Come on now. YouTube. Don't do it. There we go. There we go. Okay. Sweet. Alright. Give me just a second, guys. Alright. What's up, guys? Let me frame everything up. I feel like I haven't done this in forever, so might be a little rusty. Let's see. Does that look good? Yeah, that looks fine. Pop out the chat. All right. There we go. What's up, Michael? What's up, Vincent? What's up, Sparky? Uzi? The Showtimes? Josh? What's up, everybody? Guys, I have been MIA, like, big time. I've made 2 videos, or 1 stream and 2 videos in the past couple of weeks, and there is, I explain it in the description, but I'll just go ahead, you know, for those of you who are in here right now, I'll go ahead and tell you what was going on. Starting about 2 weeks ago, I started to feel like absolute dog shit. Like, I felt so bad. But it wasn't, I wasn't sick. I just felt really tired and really just unmotivated, and my muscles hurt all the time. Like, moving felt like a really big task, and it was awful. And I thought that I was getting depressed, because I've been depressed before, like whenever I was a teenager. And it kind of felt like that, but not exactly, because it didn't have like that sadness to go along with it, right? I felt like mentally I was good, but it was just physically I was drained. And I didn't know what was wrong, and I just thought I was getting depressed. Well, after a few weeks, my skin, I'm already like really pasty, but I was like ghost white. My eyes were sunk back. Like, I looked really, really freaking bad. And so a couple days ago, or yesterday, I went to the doctor, and because something was wrong, and they ran a couple like little tests and everything, and found out I had a vitamin deficiency. A few different vitamins, but mostly vitamin D, and it's because of a surgery that I had a while back. It kind of it made it to where my body doesn't process vitamin D exactly right now, and he said it's pretty common among people who have, it was my gallbladder that I had removed, among people that have their gallbladder removed and everything, and he got me on a vitamin regiment, and immediately yesterday I started feeling like a good bit better. And then today I woke up and I took my vitamins and I feel great. So, yeah, what's up, everybody? What's up, Jersh? What's up, B-Mound, Trashmanian Devil, FL, Nate Williamson, Braden Karen, Rebecca Weems. What's going on, everybody? I'm really, really glad to be back. I'm super happy that I feel better, and that I just... hopefully this solves it, though, because it's honestly, I started feeling really bad 2 weeks ago. But even before that, I think that's kind of why I was in such a shitty mood sometimes in stream, is just because my body was just starting to break down because I wasn't getting enough vitamins. But I'm good now. Like, I feel better than I felt in probably 2 or 3 months today. Like, I feel excellent today. I feel so damn good. What's up, Reagan Holder? Samsa? Samsa, there is an explanation. I just went over it, like, verbally, but there's an explanation in the description of where I've been. It hasn't been a fun 2 weeks, let's just say that. Yeah, I feel great right now, man. I feel super good. It's amazing, guys. If you're missing some vitamins, like, you know, if you have a, like, severe deficiency in vitamin D, vitamin E, anything like that, it will fuck you up. Like, it is seriously nothing to fuck around with. Like, it probably won't kill you, but it'll mess you up bad. Like, it will put you in bad shape. Bad shape. Yeah, dude, and I missed so much freaking cool stuff, too. Chipper is in the hall. Andrew Jones survived the vote, thank God. Like, he was really close to not getting in. The top prospect list started coming out, and almost everybody is putting Ronald Acuna ahead of Shohei Ohtani, which I love, but I don't know if I agree with it, but I love it. Like, if these scouts think Ronald Acuna is actually a better prospect than Ohtani, hell, I'm super down with that. But the Braves getting the best farm system again in baseball, according to a few different sources, Keith Law, guys like that. There was a lot of stuff. This is like my favorite time of the year for like college baseball starting, prospect evaluations coming out. It's awesome, but I missed a lot of it. Chipper in the hall, yeah. It did make me feel marginally better that day. Yeah, I'm super biased too, but I mean, with Ohtani, you're talking about a 70 grade pitcher and probably a 50 to 55 FV hitter. Man, that is, whoo. I think Ronald Acuna is a 70 grade hitter, but if you combine like the pitching and the hit, if you think Ohtani is going to be an MLB, like an effective MLB hitter, whoo, that's tough to put him ahead of Acuna. If you think he's just going to be a good pitcher, Acuna ahead of him makes sense, though. Brewers have done a really good job, dude, getting Yelich, and I think the price they paid for Yelich was fair, but they didn't give up just like a ton. Like Isan Diaz, like he was like a pretty highly regarded prospect, but he's kind of fallen off the map lately. Brinson, a lot of people question him, whether he'll hit his ceiling, you know, but overall, the Marlins got a good haul, but dude, the Brewers with Yelich and Kane, like, they're gonna be good. Braves and Yanks, best farm. There are four really good farms. There's the Braves, there's the Yankees, there's the Padres, and there's the White Sox. I think the Braves are probably the best out of that. The Padres are probably the second best, just because they have a lot of high-end talent. Then the Yankees and the White Sox are pretty close. What's up, Peyton? Dude, I'm so pumped about Chipper. I'm so excited about Chipper. I'm also excited that Andrew Jones didn't fall off the ballot. I think that's really good, too. Okay, so what are we going to do here? Dude, this is actually a pretty decent draft. Look at this. Like, our lineup isn't amazing, but it's pretty good. And we have the Silver Chapman. I kind of like this line. Let's play a little Battle Royale. You just got done streaming, Till? Very nice. Play some viewer games? I could. Let's play a little Battle Royale, and we'll just see where the wind... But I don't have a plan for this stream. We're just going to go where the wind blows us, I think. Well, you know what, Vincent, you didn't get a chance to play in the viewer game stream, did you? You know what? You want to play a viewer game right now, Vincent? Are you good with a viewer game right now? Could you play in one? And then after that, maybe we'll play... we may do like a 6-inning viewer game or something like that. Then we'll play a little Battle Royale. Guys, make sure to smash that like button, please. I need it. No, I've been gone for so long. I need to get in people's recommendeds again. Hey, what's up, Janelle Sanders? Would make my day. Are you talking about on Twitter? Or on PSN? Trashmanian Devil, if you want to add me on PSN, 100%, I'll add you on PSN. I'll follow you on Twitter, too. I don't care. Just, you have to send me the friend request, and I'll add you on PSN, and then just, like, at me on Twitter, and I'll follow you back. Vincent, what's your PSN? Are we friends? 'Cause I'm down. I'll play a couple of viewer games, maybe. I may make them short, though. I may make them like 5 or 6 innings. It's been okay. You using your mom's PSN thing? It's USM baseball, Trash Mania and Double here. There it is. Okay. You can put Vin the Slice 18. Okay. Are we? Did you say we're friends? I don't know. We'll see. We shall see. Is it okay? It looks like you said it's capital. Dude, I haven't played. I've played maybe like maybe like 25 innings of MLB The Show the past 2 weeks. I haven't played a lot at all. At all. I'm gonna be extremely rusty. Okay, we'll play a 6-inning game. Okay, variable. That looks good. I sent it to you. Yeah, I appear offline, Vincent. So you can't send it to me. Peyton, yeah, dude. I'll play you next. Just stick around. $150% makes a difference. Yeah, Jake. That probably had something to do with it too. Even though my diet has gotten a lot better, like the past couple months or whatever, but the lack of exercise probably does have a lot to do with it. The biggest thing though is that my body just was like any type of vitamin. Like, it wasn't processing certain vitamins that I really need. It wasn't processing it correctly. So, like, I could have had, like, you know, I could have drank 8 V8s and I wouldn't have gotten what I needed out of it, you know. But, yeah, you're right. Thanks for the $2, by the way, dude. I appreciate it, man. Always good for a couple dollars every stream. My boy Jake. MLB talk, tilt raid. Yeah, Kate. A lot of people didn't get to play me in the viewer in the viewer qualifiers or whatever, but I may try to get you in today too. I don't know. We'll see, man. I'll definitely try to get you in eventually, but I don't know how many viewer games I'm gonna play today. I kind of like that Battle Royale team that I had, though. Actually, you know what? I may play 2 or 3 viewer games just because I haven't played a lot in the past couple weeks. I'm probably really rusty. So yeah. You know what? We'll probably Peyton, and then Cade. Yeah, it was mostly vitamin D. There were some other things that I was kind of deficient on too that was probably contributing to it. But vitamin D was the big one. So like when I would go outside and like get sunlight and stuff like that, which the past 2 weeks it just kind of compounded the problem because past 2 weeks I've been outside like maybe once a day for like 20 minutes. Like I wasn't outside a lot at all the past couple weeks. But even so, my body, like, it wouldn't take what it was getting, and like it made me feel like shit, dude. It was terrible. I don't know, Cade. It's kind of hard to tell just from, you know, like a name. Damn, MLB talk, dude. That's rough, man. I know what depression feels like, man. It sucks. I wasn't depressed though. I thought that I may be like becoming depressed, but I wasn't. It was just a pure physical thing. It was very weird. Yes, I got enough D. I got enough D. I took all the D that I could, and I shoved it in my mouth. and it made me feel a lot better. Now I'm probably going to need to take 4 or 5 Ds a day. Probably. Maybe if they come out with a D spot, I'll have to shove a D in my butt. I don't know. Oh shit, dude, we're facing fucking Dickey? Ugh, this is the worst thing ever. Is it for you know, my comeback stream, like me trying to practice and like get back in the groove of things? This is just gonna fuck me up even more. You sent an invite? Are you talking about a friend request? Yeah, I'll accept it. Well, here, let's see. I'll go ahead and do it. There you are. All right, dude. Dude, it happens in MLB talk. Everybody goes through shitty times, man. You're young, though. I promise you, in like 5 years, whatever it feels like is going like really, really bad right now. You'll look back and laugh at it, most likely. Unless it's just like something catastrophic. Then it might be, you know, like if you're going to juvie. As long as you're not going to juvie or you didn't get diagnosed with a terminal illness, you're going to be fine. Ah, damn it. I hate knuckleballers, dude. They're so hard to hit. And, I mean, I don't hate people using them. I use T-Aunt a lot, but they're just so frustrating to hit against. Hey, what's up, Evskavinsky? Did I say that right? Evskavinsky? Is that a tree play? I believe that's a tree play, boys. Don't matter if you're going to juvie. I mean, going to juvie would suck, dude. I can't lie. I would be super bummed if I had to go to juvie. I have gone to jail before. Like, not like jail. Like, I went for like 12 hours. I was in there for 12 hours. And it was because of an unpaid traffic ticket. It was really dumb. It was actually, like, looking back on it, like, it was scary and everything, but I didn't have, like, a bad time there. Like, because everybody in there was kind of in there for, you know, just like they had been caught with weed or, you know, like, same thing as me, like, unpaid traffic stuff. And everybody was just, like, I don't know, just, like, kind of hanging out and just being dumb. Not advocating going to jail for any reason, but it wasn't like this awful, traumatizing, horrific experience. The only thing that was like really traumatizing about it was like getting strip searched before you go in, you know, because they make you take off your clothes, spread your asshole out, and you know, all that good stuff. They look under your ball sack. Very, 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 very invasive. Is your mugshot online? I don't think so. I think once I paid the traffic ticket, like, all that got expunged and everything. Like, I don't even think it's on my record anymore. Oh, you bitch. Whew. Disrespect teacher, where for... I really do think, though, I do think that a lot of what you learn in high school and like a lot of just public school in general does a really poor job of things, you know? Strip searches where you're fit. I mean, like, I was just saying that it would probably be traumatizing for most people. For me, you know, having a big burly man in a uniform handle my ball sack, that was just sexy to me. But I can imagine, like, other people, it might not be that way. Dude, you're one of the few people, Vincent, that can turn on that inside slider and on the hands effectively. Usually a lot of people end up popping that pitch up or being late on it or something, but you're turning on it pretty easily. It's a easy pitch to jam people up on. You sent a friend request? Okay. I'll hold up and I'll accept it. But you guys want to know what I did, like, legit 90% of the time that I was feeling like crap the past 2 weeks? I legit just ended up rewatching every single season of every Star Trek ever. That's how nerdy I am. I watched Deep Space Nine. I watched Voyager. I watched The Next Generation. I watched the original. I watched everything. That's what I've been doing the past 2 weeks, watching Star Trek. Long time. Yeah, dude, Tonette, I know you're a long time. You're an OG, man. Whew. I don't even know why I'm trying to battle here. Like, I don't know if I've ever gotten a hit off of a knuckleballer with a pitcher, unless they throw like a really fat fastball or something. That's the only time it ever happens. How true is the monitor over it? Very true, Jose. Very true. It will help your game out a ton. I promise. Like the lag time on a TV can be really high, and on a monitor, even a bad monitor, it's going to be probably. Please stay fair. Not quite. Even on a bad monitor, it's only going to be like 5 to say 5 to 6 milliseconds of input lag. It's a big benefit. Oh, that's rough. Who's this pitching? Oh, Charlie Morton. Okay. Hey, he made it on my top 10 reliever list. That's why, dude. His fastballs just move so much, and he has a lot of deception to everything. A 4 millisecond response time? Yeah, that's excellent for a TV. That's unbelievable for a TV, actually. Oh, that's staying fair. That's gotta. That's gotta. That was kind of a lucky swing, though. Yes, sir. Yeah, most TVs are way, way higher than that. Where was Betancourt on that list? He didn't make the top 10. I'm pretty sure he would have been like number 14. Dude, Jimmy crushes the ball for me, man. All you got to do is get your PCI like sort of in the general area of the ball, and it's going to be hit really hard. It seems like he's kind of home run or bust, though. Like, I don't know. It doesn't seem like I get that many like extra base hits with him or anything like that. It's like out, single, or home run. And the singles are kind of few and far between. You're getting a monitor soon? Nice, MLB talk. Very nice. It might be hard to tell the difference at first, but once you... The first time that you can figure out like the timing, because the timing will be a little different for you and you'll have to adjust to it. But as soon as you figure out, like, the first time that you get a high and inside fastball and you turn on it with ease, you'll figure it out. Yo, Tyler Bay Yankee, what's going on, my man? Oh. All right, battling. Battling. How many pitches is that? Oh, that's just 6. Felt like I was in this at bat for a lot longer. 64 subscribers, everyone. Tyler, I'm going to hold you to the same rules that I hold everyone else and just kind of like chill on the self-promo. But with that being said, yeah, go and sub to Tyler. Tyler, I've watched some of your Fortnite videos and I kind of like them. I really do. Like, they're better. A lot of times when I see somebody, like some of my, I'm not going to like call out any names or anything, but when I see like one of my viewers or something starting a channel, I'm always like, oh no, it's probably going to be pretty bad. But even though it's like kind of, you know, low production value or whatever, just because you don't have the equipment or anything, like, I enjoy watching them, and that's the most important thing. You've got to enjoy watching someone, and I enjoy watching Tyler's Fortnite stuff. No, Till, I don't mean you. Really, I don't know. I just think in general, a lot of people don't realize, like, what all goes into starting a YouTube channel. Like, one, to make it good, it's pretty expensive to get it off to like get the production off the ground. 2, it's always like really frustrating when you're putting in a lot of work and you're not growing, and like, it's a headache. It's really easy to give up on. And 3, you just don't realize how stressful it is sometimes to like manage a community and stuff like that, you know. Oh, I'm going for it. Oh, he misses it. I'm out at second. I don't know if this is guys, y'all aren't retards. You guys know what self-promo is. Y'all aren't that dumb. Going to the Brewers, I think it makes the Brewers immediately contenders for the NL Central. Probably not the favorites. Like, I think the Cubs are still probably the favorite. But I think the Brewers right now are probably the wild card favorite. I think they're probably the favorite to get that first wild card spot. It was a big deal, and they have control of those guys for a good while, and they also have a good farm system that has produced some talent recently, and that has talent coming through the pipeline that they can trade, that they can, you know. I mean, they're already talking about trading Domingo Santana or Brett Phillips for a starting pitcher. So it'll probably be Danny Salazar, in my opinion, from the Indians. That's the trade that I think is going to happen. It could also be Teheran from the Braves. I think that's another possibility. So yeah, there are a lot of options right now for the Brewers. You're not retarded. I saw, is it a minigun? Because I saw the picture of it, and it kind of sort of looks like a minigun. Yeah, the Chug Jug, I've used the Chug Jug. It actually, yesterday when I started feeling a little bit better, I popped in Fortnite for a little bit, and I actually got 2 wins in one sitting, which I think that's the first time I've ever done that. But, and the Chug Jug was a big reason that I got it. But the new gun looks awesome. I'm excited about it. Unload Brian and give Santana his time to go. Sparky, obviously that's what you would rather do, but actually Santana has more value at the moment than Braun because of his contract and his controllability and everything. I mean, we've seen that time and time. Anybody that wants to say that control, like years of control or contract doesn't matter, just look at this offseason. Look at what Christian Yelich fetched versus what Giancarlo Stanton fetched. It's not even close. So, yeah, while you would rather keep Domingo Santana at the moment and then get rid of Braun's contract to give you more flexibility and everything, right now Domingo Santana just has more trade value. If you want to get a good, like, middle of the rotation pitcher, Braun's not going to get you that. You got Sony Vegas for free. That's a big deal, dude. Sony Vegas can be really expensive. Have you started, like, playing around with it and stuff? Are you starting to learn it, MLB Talk? Because sometimes the learning curve for some people is pretty high. Like, it's not hard to learn how to, like, import and cut videos and stuff like that, but, you know, to do some of the special things in there, you've got to... There's some good YouTube channels that show you how to do some of that stuff, though. Yeah, Sony Vegas is an editing software. But from the Brewers' eyes, yeah. Well, that, you know, obviously, yeah, you're definitely right about that. But the Brewers also need pitching, and they realize that. And I think they also realize that Braun isn't going to get them the pitching that they want, that they desire. It's going to cost Brett Phillips or Domingo Santana, but the good thing is that the Brewers have a surplus in the outfield. They have a ton of really good high upside outfielders right now. They also have what's that other guy's name? Oh shit, I'm drawing a blank right now. Is it Broxton? They also have, like, their outfield is going to be really solid, and they have a surplus. So you obviously deal from that surplus, and you go out and you try to. Also, the thing about Domingo Santana, though, is he's a really high upside offensive player. His defense is terrible, though. Like, he's a really bad defensive player. So I think it makes more sense for him to be traded to an American League team. That's why I don't necessarily think him to the Braves makes that much sense. Now, I think Brett Phillips to the Braves does make sense. I don't know if they're the front runner for Darvish, but I mean, I'm sure they're in there. They have a lot. I mean, they have financial flexibility still, even after the Lorenzo Cain deal. They have Thames at first. I never get his name right. Good pitch.
First baseman number 19, showing Votto.
Go out. No, dude, Arrieta would be a terrible idea, MLB Talk. Arrieta's peripherals were not that good this past season, and he's aging, like he's getting older. He's probably going to command like a 3 to 4, well, probably honestly a 4-year contract. That's not a good idea. I don't want the Braves to sign Arrieta. I think the teams that need to be looking at Arrieta are the ones that have right now a really good shot of winning the World Series. Now the Brewers, you could argue that the Brewers are in that group, so it does make some sort of sense. But the Brewers are also not really a high, you know, they don't have the financial mobility that a team like the Dodgers or the Cubs or somebody like that does. So signing a guy like Arrieta and risking that contract turning into an underwater albatross is not a good idea at all. And no, like Domingo Santana, if Domingo Santana gets moved, it will be for a pitcher. I promise you. It will be for someone like Danny Salazar. It's exactly what's going to happen.
The catcher, number 41, Victor Martinez.
I agree, Sparky, 100%. I would stay away from Arrieta if I were a GM. Alex Cobb. Yeah, that's an interesting name, yeah. He would be a good fit for the Brewers. Lance Lynn is another one that would be okay. It depends on what price point you get those guys at, though, because the free agents right now, they're kind of like, you know, aside from the Lorenzo Cain thing, the contracts have not been as high as a lot of people thought they were going to be. So if you can get them for like a bargain, definitely go out and grab one of those guys, especially if you're a team like the Brewers.
That's a ball. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
You think it's Fulmer? Fulmer is going to command a lot, though. Like, Fulmer's price tag is up there. And honestly, with the way that the trade market has been kind of depreciated, like, it's definitely a buyer's market right now. I don't know if the Tigers should be looking to move Fulmer until the deadline. Like, I probably wouldn't try to trade him this offseason just because the trade market is... What the Marlins have done has depreciated the trade market so much. Oh, man, I murdered that. God, that would have been like 500 feet. That was hammered. There we go.
The right fielder, number 15, Carlos Beltran.
Orioles confirmed. That's such a bad move by the Orioles. The Orioles are one of the least forward-thinking organizations in baseball. Like, I really don't like how the Orioles operate. They don't sign any international prospects at all. Like, they have no international department whatsoever. They do a poor job of drafting. They always draft, like, or not always, but they have a habit of drafting, like, low upside, like, safe picks. Guys like the Braves used to take in the Frank Wren era. Guys like Matthew Lipka. You know, guys that you've never heard of, but they were supposedly, like, safe prospects. And they always feel like they can make a run at it. They always feel like they're in contention when really they're not, and they need to rebuild, but they always wait like a year too late to rebuild. And right now it's a year too late because your biggest asset only has 1 year of control left. Like, I don't think they'd get a top 100 prospect for Machado right now if they traded him. Probably not. The only way that they'll get one is if they hang on to him until the trade deadline, and like that, you know, one of the teams with a really, or I don't know, with like a glaring need at third base, a team like that is in contention and they really need a third baseman, then maybe they could get something pretty good out of him. But I don't know. It's not a good spot. Nice play. Bogarts is falling out of his prime? Dude, Bogarts is still really young. I don't think he's falling out of his prime at all. Yeah, I disagree with that. Uh-oh. You're hosed. Whoa, why isn't it letting me? There was nobody at fucking first base. Really? Oh, wow. That's hilarious. Make that play. Nice. Good job. I wouldn't unload Rogers right now. I wouldn't, because it's, like I said, it's a buyer's market. Well, that really wouldn't make any sense. I guess you get something really good for Rogers if that's the case. But I think the Rockies need to be more in like a wait and see type of thing. See how Story, performs, and just kind of feel things out for a little bit longer. I don't think they need to make any drastic moves right now. I think they need a little bit more information before they commit to one or the other. And they also have DJ LeMahieu, who's going to be a free agent after a while, so, Nats are trying anything. Yeah, the Nats are pursuing Real Muto, yeah. I don't think Bryce Harper is going to stay. I just don't. And if Bryce Harper does stay, it's going to severely limit the Nats' mobility with signing other free agents or retaining some of their, better guys. Even if they keep Harper, I don't think the Nats are in an ideal situation after this year. I think this year is the year that they need to win it. Trashmanian Devil, I'm playing Peyton next, and then I'm playing, hey, what's up, Jack? He's at his peak. Let's see. Hold up. Okay, so the average, the past 3 years, Bogarts, he has been declining a little bit, like, as far as, like, 2015 was his best year, last year was a little better than this year, and this year was his worst. But, he's still a really solid player. Like, he's still going to give you about 3.5 wins a year, probably. Still really intriguing. The one thing that, like, his defense may kind of decline, maybe, but he's a guy I would love to have. I would love to have Xander Bogaerts. I think a lot of people are really starting to, this generation of amazing shortstops, because there are so many amazing shortstops, it's making people, it's hard to see value where there really is value there. Like, even though a guy isn't Corey Seager or a guy isn't Francisco Lindor or Carlos Correa, just because a guy isn't giving you 8 wins a year or something crazy like that, a 3-win player or a 4-win player is still a 4-win player. You know what I mean? Like, they're still really good. And Bogaerts is too. And this is going to be his age 25 season. That's so young, guys. That's really, really young. I think you guys are bailing out on Bogaerts too soon. What about Hunter Renfroe? I saw you ask that earlier. He's isn't he from Mississippi? Pretty sure he's from Mississippi. I like him. Peyton, what is your PSN? Pele 12. Okay. But yeah, I like Renfroe. Did you add me? Is it with the lowercase p? I don't know my fucking alphabet. Okay, there you are. All right. Wait, 6 innings. Quick counts off. Off. Okay. Top 3 shortstops, almost certainly Seager, Correa, and Lindor. Almost certainly. Hey, what's up? What's up, Curly? Your sponsor? Did your sponsor expire? That's okay, man. If you want to renew it, that'd be great. But, you know, you don't have to if you don't want to. He's probably entering it, like, at the moment. But his best year was definitely, I think, his age 23 season. He was almost a 5-win player that year. But, and I think he's certainly capable of that. It's just, you know, sometimes guys have not awesome years. Like, he was still a 2-win player, better than a 2-win player last year. So still pretty good, you know. With their prospects in the future, as I'm a Padres fan. Bombastic. I think the Padres probably have the second best system in baseball. They have some really, like Mackenzie Gore, Cal Quantrill, big fans of them. Big fans of them. Especially Gore. I think Gore could be an ace. Like, he's awesome. Fernando Tatis, awesome. Really good player. Like, the Padres system is really good. You know, the big question is Preller going to screw it up? Is he going to fuck it up? Because he's can do that, you know. But if I'm a Padres fan right now, I'm pretty optimistic. You know, future is bright for the Padres. Now, it may take a couple years. It legit may take a couple years to get there because I think the Braves are a little closer than the Padres right now, just because a lot of their talent is a little bit closer to making their debut. But your creative player is mighty goat. Good Lord. You know, in 2020, I think the Padres could be a serious threat. Do I think they're going to keep Renfroe and Margot? Are you talking about after, like, arbitration? After their 6 or 7 years with the Padres are up? I don't know if they're going to be able to afford it or if they'll want to. You know, it just kind of depends. It depends on a lot of things. Like, if they perform well, they'll probably try to extend them for, like, a year or two beyond arbitration. But typically, nowadays, like, if you're a top tier prospect, you know, you're not gonna let a team extend you beyond your age 30 season. You're gonna want to hit free agency just because it's in your best interest to do so. You're gonna maximize your dollar amount if you elect to go the free agency route before your age 30 season, especially if you're good. Because just look at, like, the numbers that we're talking about for a guy like Bryce Harper or a guy like Manny Machado. They're absurd, and it's all because they're really young still, and they're going to be really young when they hit free agency. Yeah, Urias is going to be good too. I like Urias. Appreciate that. Oh, yeah, good game, Vincent. Really good game, man. And thank you. I got under it. Dude, Ozzy Albies is going to be a freaking monster, dude. Ozzy Albies might be my new favorite player. I love me some Ozzy Albies. I love everything about him. His demeanor, the way he plays the game, his skill set, like, everything about him. In fact, I think that, like, a Jimmy Rollins type player with maybe a little less power is actually probably a pretty reasonable comp for Ozzy. Like, maybe a slightly better hit tool and a little bit less power. But, you know, just kind of one of those tiny little players that's a spitfire, and they're quick, they have a good glove, they have a little bit of pop, like that type of guy, you know. Yo, Wes, what's up, man? Bowly Woly, it's cracking. Yeah, Abstract Junkie, they were, like, bundling players together and shit like that. giving benefits to draft picks and international signings. And I think before Kevin Maitan signed with the Braves, like they put him up in an apartment in Florida or something like that, just doing stuff to skirt the international bonus rules, basically. Basically. Oh no, Margot and Renfro are really, really intriguing guys. Like, they have a lot of upside. But I don't think you're wrong to like pinpoint them as potential studs for the Padres. It's just going to be difficult for any team really to keep prospects beyond a certain point. Like Ronald Acuna for the Braves. The Braves are probably going to keep Ronald Acuna down for the first 2 weeks this season so they can gain an extra year of control with him, and he'll be a Brave for 7 years instead of 6. And the reason they're doing that is just because it's so unlikely to keep prospects after that 6th year. After their 3rd year of arbitration, it's really, really difficult to convince those guys to stay on board. So the Braves are going to do that, and then hopefully he's really good, and they can convince him to maybe sign a 1-2 year extension with them beyond his arbitration, so they can keep him into his age 28, 29 season. But after that, the likelihood is that Ronald Acuna is going to leave via free agency at some point. You know, it's going to be very difficult for Chipper Jones type players to exist in this climate. You know, teams there are guys that stick with one team their entire career is going to be rarer and rarer. Dude, I love Andrew Jones. Andrew Jones is without a doubt, the best defensive center fielder of all time. But the best defensive outfielder of all time. Got him. Hoffman would be kind of cool. It'd be interesting to see what they did with his changeup. Like, it would have to be nasty. It'd probably be a lot like Fernando Rodney or something. But Vlad would be cool, definitely. Vlad would be very, very cool. 10 and 5 rights? Yes, they do. Like, if a player is in the league for 10 years, isn't it the player is in the league for 10 years and with the same team for 5 years, they get 10 and 5 rights? Really, all that is a full no trade clause. Ah, damn it. Yo, what's up? What's up with this? Come on, game. He'd be a 96? He'd probably be a 99. Or like one of his cards would be a 99. Hoffman was really freaking good, man. No, abstract. We have it, obviously the data from back then wasn't as good, or even really the data whenever Andrew Jones played, but we do have defensive data where you can make objective like measurements of these guys. And the fact is that Andrew Jones, his defensive score, like on Fangraphs, I think he has like a 270 career defensive rating, and Willie Mays is second, and he has like a 180 or something like that. He's almost a full 100 rating points behind Andrew. Peyton, this is ridiculous, bro. What's the deal? Like, the lag is really bad right now. Like, I don't get what the deal is. And then the next closest guy next to like Mays and Andrew is like way fucking down there. Like, it's I don't even think he cracks 100. Peyton, this is ridiculous, bro. I'm gonna friendly quit. This is out of control. I can't take this. Yeah, abstract. If you like, there's a certain measurement that if you take like each position individually and then take the best player and then take the second best player and then count the difference between those players and then like, you know, figure out the difference between them, and then by that judging who the best defensive player of all time is regardless of position. If you do that, the best defensive player all time is Brooks Robinson, and then Andrew Jones is the second best. And then I think after that, it's like Ozzie Smith at shortstop is, or somebody like that is third best. But yeah, there's a whole article on Fangraphs that like argue about Andrew Jones's case for the Hall of Fame, and it lays out just how absurdly good he was on defense. But okay, Peyton, I'm gonna send you another game. Yeah, I'm gonna send you another game, and but I'm gonna cut it down though. We're only gonna play like 4 innings, okay? That was ridiculous though. I don't know what the deal is. Like, do you often have problems with your internet connection? It actually says you're not even online right now. Oh, come on, Peyton. Don't do me like this, man. Alright. You had to reconnect. Okay. No. No. Arenado will not be as good as Brooks Robinson. Arenado is really... That's not to say Arenado isn't an elite level defender. He is. Nolan Arenado is an amazing defensive third. Probably going to be a top 5 defensive third baseman of all time. Probably. Top 5. But Brooks Robinson was on another level, man. Then behind him, you have guys like Schmidt. You know, Schmidt was really good. Beltre is really, really good. But yeah, Nolan Arenado, he'll be up there with that second tier of guys. But Brooks Robinson is in like another strata. Cade, yeah, it is. But me and Peyton didn't get a full game in. I'm not making a list right now, Jose. I'm just kind of playing it by ear. But if we have time later on, and you know, we can do something. Oh, Peyton. I'm gonna give you like 2 more minutes, and if not, I'm gonna move on. Arenado, probably. I'm gonna take Arenado. It's real close, though. I don't know, Jose. Like, did you see Brooks Robinson play? Like, are you that old? But, you know, just like going off the data and everything, Brooks Robinson will probably never be caught for the best defensive third baseman of all time. Probably never. There are a lot of really good ones, man. Like, there are a lot of really, really good players nowadays. And, but there are just some players that do like, one specific thing so good that there's just, like, no catching them, you know? Like, Barry Bonds and Babe Ruth, those 2 guys were so absurd offensively that there'll probably never be another one. But we're with Mike Trout, we're witnessing one of those types of guys. Like, he really is one of those guys right up there with Willie Mays that probably by the end, he'll probably have produced 150-plus WAR over his entire career, which is crazy talk. That is crazy talk, dude, that somebody could produce that much WAR. I think maybe that there are only 3 people all time that's ever topped 150. I think like Barry Bonds and Babe Ruth are in the 160, and then I think Willie Mays is at like 158 or something like that. But Mike Trout could be that caliber. That's pretty far out, Jose. The eye test is not good for judging defense. I'll just go ahead and tell you. Like watching a YouTube video of somebody or honestly seeing every single play a guy makes ever really isn't a good way to judge someone's defense, because they can make a really flashy play that looks amazing, but a better defender could make that same play but make it look easy. That's really what separates people, is like the range factor, how many plays they can get to relative to how many plays they can't. And that stuff is really tough to judge just by the eye test alone. So that's why we have like these data points. And the data points, man, you know, obviously they were rudimentary whenever Brooks Robinson were playing, but still, like, he was crazy good. Who's the best offensive third baseman? Probably either Chipper or Schmidt. Probably. I think Mike Schmidt is the best third baseman of all time, like, overall. Like, because he had excellent offense. He was a monster offensively. Dude, Peyton, what? Send it again? Okay. God, Peyton. And if there's even, like, a little bit of lag, Peyton, I'm just going to quit out, okay? Like, I can't have like a whole big lag fest. We're going to move on to Cade. Okay. Jersh, what's up, man? Yeah, I think the best third baseman ever, it's like Chipper, Schmidt, George Brett. Brooks Robinson is probably on that list, even though I don't think he's particularly high. But I think offensively I would take Chipper. Like, if you're just talking about offense. It's pretty close, though, between him and Mike Schmidt. But all around, I think it's got to be Mike Schmidt. Oh, yeah. Bonds, definitely. Bonds is the best. Bonds is the best player of all time, not named Babe Ruth. And, hell, he could be better than Babe Ruth. Honestly, Bonds was great. If you don't comprehend how good Barry Bonds was, go watch the SB Nation video about how good Barry Bonds would have been if he could have hit without a bat. Like, if he just didn't have a bat and just stood there in the batter's box, but the pitcher thought he had a bat, so he would pitch him the exact same way, he would still, without a bat in his hand, he still would have had the highest on-base percentage of all time in, like, 2002 or something like that. Yes, Bonds is so much better than DiMaggio. It'll make your head spin. It's not even close. Not even close. The only guys that are close to Bonds are Babe Ruth and Willie Mays. That's it. Peyton, dude, the lag, man. It's starting to get really bad. Okay, alright. I think we're good. I think we're good. Oh my god. Peyton, there's just no fucking way, bro. There's just no way. This is bad. Yeah, there's just no way. Cade, are you in here right now? Peyton, come on, bro. What's the deal here? Look, the lag is real. It's real. It's bad. Look, like, all right, I'll keep playing, but the next sign of like bad lag or something like that, I'll just quit out. I'll give you the win. A-Rod was really good. A-Rod is up there. I don't know if I would put him on the same like plane as Bonds, Mays, and Ruth, but he's up there. Like he's really good.
In the second spot tonight, left fielder.
Did you guys know that in 1883 there was a guy who had a 20-WAR season? You guys believe that? There was a guy that had a 20-WAR season. I forgot his name. He was a pitcher, but he threw like 700 innings or some shit like that and still had like a sub 2.5 ERA. And I think that's the highest WAR season ever for anybody. Like, you know, counting the old-timey era and stuff like that too.
1 ball, 1 strike.
1883, not 1803. What's my thoughts on Josh Gibson all time? I think I would put him. It's so hard to know. It really is, just because, you know, in the Negro leagues, like it's hard to know just how good that league was. Like it was probably really, really good, and Josh Gibson dominated it like crazy. And if he would have had a chance to play in the MLB, he probably would have been, you know, like one of the top players in the league. But Ted Williams is another name that I didn't mention, but Ted Williams might be up there in that Mays, Bonds, Ruth strata too. I don't know, man. Josh Gibson's a tough case. I would probably put him in the top 25. I think that's fair. Top 25. Mantle, top 15, top 20.
Batting fourth, center fielder, Andre Dawson.
Bonds before Roids. Bonds before Roids was still like just an obscenely good player. You would also have to throw some pitchers on that all-time list too, though. Like, you would have to throw Clemens in the top 25. You'd have to throw Maddox in the top 25. Sandy Koufax in the top 25. Those guys would definitely need to get a nod up there too. Jeter or Ichiro? Ichiro, I don't know. I'd have to think about Ichiro, like exactly where he would rank. Jeter, I would put him maybe in the top 70, top 8. Like, he's a top 100 player of all time. Definitely. But he's also one of the most overrated players of all time in terms of just, like, his pure skill. Jeter had all of those, like, unmeasurables, you know, that you hear people talk about a lot. Like, he was a good clubhouse guy, and he was a gym rat, and, you know, he was a great teammate and good leader and all that stuff. But in terms of just like his play, he's not top 50, I don't think. I don't know, man. Jeter's kind of tough to place too. Jeter was well below average defensively, actually. Like, but yeah, I mean, describing him as average is probably fair, but he was not good. He was not good at all. Describing him as a good defender is definitely not fair. Judge Sanchez and Gregorius. I think Judge is gonna perennially be like a. He may have 1 or 2 more years where he puts up 6+ WAR, but I think eventually he's gonna settle into like a nice, like 4-win type player, like an all-star definitely, but not like this god. You know, I don't think he's gonna be that. Sanchez, I think, is also kind of going to be in that, like, 4-win range, you know, like, very, very good player. Honestly, all 4 of them kind of fall. Gregorius is my... Gregorius is tougher to place. I don't know. I can't figure out exactly how good Gregorius is going to be. Plays like last year, Gregorius has a chance to be, like... really freaking good, but I do see a lot of regression in Aaron Judge's future. Like I think his defense is going to regress a good bit whenever as he gets older, and he's already pretty old for like a really young or for like a early career MLB player. He's a pretty old guy, and I think like by the time he's in his 5th year in the majors, I think he's going to be a well below average outfielder. I also think he's not going to hit for as much average as you saw this past year. I think he's going to settle into like a 250 range, maybe 260. I think he has about a 50 hit tool, which for his power is good enough. Yeah, Gold Gloves don't mean shit at all. Yeah, Cade, you're playing next. And this is going to be a pretty short game, too. I think I set it to 4 innings. I had to resend it. I hope I didn't fuck up, but I'm only going to play 4 innings. Ah. Dude, I'm a huge Braves fan. I try to know as much as I can about all the teams in the majors. I'm a prospect junkie. I love that shit. But the Braves, like I know the Braves like the back of my hand. I love the Braves. Cool, Cade. Yeah, just tell me what your PSN is whenever I get done with this game. I don't know why my bullpen is so taxed right now. I must have had a game like a couple weeks ago that hit my bullpen kind of hard. Ton Broca 99. Okay. General manager is kind of like being able to be a general manager is kind of like a dream of mine. Honestly, though, I think I would be better in like an analytics department or something like that, because with a GM, you have to do a lot of stuff that a lot of people don't think about, like financial management and stuff like that. Like, it's not just player acquisition and all that. There's more stuff that goes along with the job. But like stuff I could probably handle, but I wouldn't be very good at. But like the player acquisition, or like being able to identify like talent and guys who maybe aren't tapping into the talent they actually have, or guys who are probably going to regress, I think I'd be really good in a role like that. Oh yeah, that was it. That was it. But I think I conceded that game too. Or no. He did run rule me, but did I burn through like every reliever I had? Because it's every reliever in my bullpen.
Your attention, please. Now pitching.
Pete Rose, I think, was very, 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 very overrated. We talked about this in another stream like a while back. And like some guy was arguing that you don't get as many hits as Pete Rose without being like an amazing player. Don't get me wrong, I think Pete Rose is a Hall of Famer, but I don't think Pete Rose is like I wouldn't put him like he's fringe top 50 maybe. That still feels like a little high for Pete Rose. Like in the modern game, Pete Rose would be viewed as like a really, really good player, but not like he wouldn't be on like the Mike Trout level or the Bryce Harper level, or you know, if you want to go back a little bit, like the Tony Gwynn level or anything like that. He just wouldn't be. He wouldn't be that caliber. He's good, you know, very, very, very good player, but he'd be like a 90. Like a 92 in MLB The Show. What's up, Ed Rock? Yeah, I do think Pete Rose was overrated. But I can say that and also say that I think that he should be a Hall of Famer. I think it's bullshit. I hate how the Hall of Fame has gotten into like this whole moralizing type thing. Like, oh, this guy shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame because he has a bad political opinion like Kurt Schilling, or, you know, he said something stupid, or he was a dick to the media, or all that shit is so stupid, dude. Was he good enough to be in the Hall of Fame? Yes, put him in the Hall of Fame. No, don't put him in the Hall of Fame. Like, Kurt Schilling is obviously a Hall of Famer. Obviously. Barry Bonds is obviously a Hall of Famer. Peyton, what are you doing? What was that? What was that dive there? I hate the Hall of Fame voting system. I hate it. I think it's terrible. Honestly, baseball writers are just so, ugh. Like, I really don't like baseball writers. I really don't. Like, I like hearing their opinion on certain things and everything, but good Lord, some of them are insufferable. Like, Keith Law, oh my God, dude. Have you guys ever, like, just went to Keith Law's Twitter? He has some of the most, like more than half of it isn't even about baseball. It's about, like, his opinion on the world and, like, how the world is so fucked up and, like, how, you know, his opinion on this political matter is the only one that ever existed ever. And if you have a differing opinion, you're a sexist or a racist or a homophobe. Or he's just, God, ugh. I love reading Keith Law's baseball shit. I love it. And, like, I think he's really, really does a really good job at what he does. But God, dude, when he starts talking about shit that's not baseball, oh my God, it makes me want to fucking vomit. It's all about. I like Eno. I like Eno. Eno is cool. And I'm sitting here talking shit about baseball writers while one of my friends is a baseball writer for Fangraphs, Paul Sporer. I like Paul. Paul is awesome. But there are some, man, that are just really just gross. And I think Paul would probably, maybe not on the specific people, but I think Paul would kind of agree that there are a lot of baseball writers that are just fucking bitches. I got into an argument with Keith Law one time on, I forgot what it was on, but it was something political. Yeah, the fact Andrew Jones just barely stayed on the ballot is laughable. Like, his first time, he should have been at like 30, 35%. And it probably should have taken him like, I don't know, like 6 years to get in, like 6th year on the ballot, you can let him in, or maybe even make him sweat it out for 10 years. Maybe make him like last name on the ballot. But Andrew Jones is a Hall of Famer. I'm sorry, he's a Hall of Famer, and I can look at his objective like measurements and say that as like as someone other than a Braves fan. I want him to go diamond and go to a different team. Oh shit. Hold up. I like Turner. I think Turner is big time. I would like what you were saying to happen though very much. I would like him to be on a different team. But unfortunately the Nats have control of him for several more years. All right, good game, Peyton. We finally got through one. I don't know why the lag was so bad early on, or in that first game and early on in this one. It kind of smoothed out later. Dude, Wes, bro. Thank you, man. Edmonds or Bernie? And close between him and Edmonds. Overall, I'd probably take, I don't know, man. Their entire career, I'm going to take Edmonds, but if you're giving me like one of the players in their prime, I'm taking Andrew. Definitely not Bernie, if you're assuming you're talking about Bernie Williams. And definitely not taking Lofton there. Yeah, I would take prime Andrew, and for entire career, I'd take Edmonds. Ugh. Okay, Cade, what did you say? It was like Tanaka or something like that? Where you at? Where you at, homie? Tonbroka, that's it. Tonbroka. Alright, we're going to play 6. We're going to play a 6-inning game here. Alright. Bernie Sanders. Yo, no, Johnny. Dude, no. I'm not giving up YouTube, man. I wanted to make content. I really did. Like, I wanted to, every day, like, every night I would go to bed, I'd be like, okay, tomorrow, I'm going to pick myself up, I'm going to make some content. And every morning I'd wake up and I would just be, like, dragging myself out of bed and just, I couldn't move, dude. I felt like crap. But nah, I'm back at it. Vincent, no problem, dude. I appreciate that. I don't know, Angela. It's just going to be a matter of, you know, whenever you can. I'm not going to set times. I've got to stop, like, setting stuff up and, like, scheduling things out and, like, trying to make a list and all. I'm just going to start going with the flow, guys, because that stuff stresses me. It makes my streams not as good. Oh, absolutely, Vincent. Brian Kinney. Funny story. I actually got to talk to Brian Kinney one time. I may have talked about this before on the channel, but in 2009, I got to go to the College World Series, and because I was, and I got to like sit in the press box and everything because I was writing for Scout.com, the Southern Miss website, and Southern Miss made it to the College World Series, so I got to go for free, and I got to like sit in the press box and cover the games and stuff like that, and I actually. Brian Kinney was there, and I got to talk to Brian Kinney, and it was really cool. They had like this lunchroom set up to where you could go and like, you know, you had like a little meal ticket, and you could go and they would feed you and stuff, and he was in there, he was in line with me, and I got to talk to him. It was kind of cool. Oh, come on, Blue. Come on, Blue.
Yep, that ball went out.
Thank you. Kind of bailed me out there. Don't want to walk him. Oh, shit. That was close. Johnny, dude, I appreciate that, man. Did you read the description of why I've been gone? If you did, I'll just let you know that it absolutely sucked. And that it was way less fun for me than it was for you guys, I promise. Vincent, go and watch my video from last year, dude. Go to my playlist section of my channel and go to tutorials and look for some of my hitting tutorials. I have like 3 or 4 of them up, and it just gives tips on how I hit, on how I think it, you know. I'm gonna make some more coming up for next year. But yeah, there's some good stuff in there. I think will probably help. Very good Wi-Fi. Oh, Peyton, that's probably the problem, dude. You need to get a wired-in connection. You need to get an Ethernet cord, man. It'll make it a lot better. But yeah, dude, no problem. I enjoyed it after we got through like the laggy part. Yo, is this Tom Seaver? Dude, I haven't faced Tom Seaver, like, in a minute. His delivery is kind of throwing me off a little bit. Oh, no. I've had depression before in my life, and this wasn't it. It kind of felt like it, but it was more physical. It was more like my body was just like, shut down. And it, you know, it turned out it was the vitamin deficiency, but early on it definitely felt like I was starting to get depression, but it just kept getting worse and worse, like physically. So I knew after a few days I knew it wasn't depression, and that was like something legitimately wrong. But my God, dude, I can't judge this Seaver for shit. Like, especially on those high fastballs. Like, he could drop a changeup right now, and I'd be fucked. Does he have a changeup, though? There we go. Yeah, Peyton, I saw that other message, man. You're good. What do you mean, Till? Was it good? Was it a good stream or a bad stream?
Batting fourth, center fielder.
Oh, man. Ah, damn it. All right. Guys, it's kind of funny, though. While I was going through all this, like, you know, my dog is, I guess she was in, like, heat or something, even though, like, I didn't think that, like, that could happen with her. But, oh, shit. Good hit. But she's been trying to hump the shit out of my leg. Like, she's fucking in love with my leg. And when she gets her dew claws like on her front, she latches them onto my front leg and into like the back of my calf, and it hurts like a bitch, dude. It hurts so bad. You gotta be shitting me. Come on now. Fuck. And so like all of my muscles are sore, and like I just, like, it hurt to move and everything. And then I had my dog just scratching the piss out of the back of my leg. I mean, she got one scratch in there that was deep. Like, it was real deep. And it hurt. Like, my calf is still kind of sore from all of it. She knew, so yeah, she was trying to give me some love, man. That's all it was. It's my dog trying to show me a little bit of love.
Gary Sanchez.
I'm getting really unlucky this inning, guys. And then there's just a fucking home run. God dang it.
Batting ninth, the pitcher number 41, Tom Seaver.
Ugh. Thoughts on XFL? Or thoughts on the XFL? Are you talking about that stupid-ass football league that Vince McMahon made back in the early 2000s before you were probably born, Jersey? What? That's the most random fucking thing I've ever heard. My thoughts on the XFL? What are you talking about? Are they like bringing it back or some shit? Oh, he's bringing it back? What? Oh my. That's intriguing because the XFL was... I don't feel like the XFL is going to work in nowadays climate though. Because it was like really violent. Like it was hardcore. And like with the whole concussion thing nowadays, I don't think the XFL would work. That shows you how out of touch I've been with everything because I had no idea about any of that. Yeah, but Jersh, like the whole thing with the XFL, like the whole gimmick that it was trying to pull off was that it was like real football, like it was men's football, you know, it was hardcore. It was blue collar, like it was like violent. Like that was his whole gimmick. If they don't have, if that's not a part of it, then it's just a fucking minor league football league. Like who the fuck is gonna watch that? I'm not gonna watch it. Now, if it was like a reincarnation of NFL Blitz, I'd watch the shit out of that. But it doesn't sound like that's what it's gonna be. That's gonna suck. That's gonna be fucking miserable.
Leading off with a 51.
Yeah, that's going to be terrible then. If that's what that's the worst idea I've ever heard. Bringing back a family-friendly version of the XFL, that's terrible. That's like, oh, we're going to start making family-friendly porn. Oh, that's a great idea. Everybody's going to want to watch that. Family-friendly porn.
2 balls, 1 strike.
Fuck.
3 balls, 1 strike.
Come on.
Ball 4.
Come on now. You can't just keep giving him freaking base runners.
Now batting, number 5.
Good Lord, man. Ugh. When was my last shot? Dylan, it was a while ago, dude. Like, probably a week and a half ago. But I've only had, the past 2 weeks, I've had 1 stream and 1 video come out. I haven't done a lot of anything. But if you want to know why, it's all in the description. I was talking about it earlier. But I wrote it all down in the description if you're curious what was going on. Family-friendly porn even look like? I don't know. Just at that point, isn't it just kind of like a sitcom? Like isn't it basically like the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or something?
The count's 1-1. No, inside.
Yeah, they're making it to where it's more safe and there would be no political stances. Oh, so that's the gimmick. The gimmick is that, like, it's not going to, like, there's going to be no kneeling at the national anthem. There's going to be, like, no players can make political statements. Is that going to be the gimmick? Because even if that's the gimmick, that's a fucking stupid idea. Like, yeah, people don't like how the NFL has gotten political and everything, but not enough to go watch, like, shitty football. You know, like, they're not going to... Nobody's going to come in and grab the football market because the NFL has gotten too political. That's stupid. Please stay fair. Please don't fuck me. Oh, this game. I'm kind of like trying to figure out though. That was a good question asked by Till, like what family-friendly porn would look like. I'm trying to think of how like they could maintain the spirit of porn, but make it family-friendly. Like, would it just be them talking about it and like not cussing? Like they can't cuss. Like using scientific terms to describe what they are about to do, but not actually doing it, and like having like all their clothes on and everything. Like, I'm about to put your penis in my mouth, and I'm about to move my mouth back and forth in a pleasing manner until you ejaculate, and you can ejaculate on my face, and then I will get this other nice gentleman here to grab me from behind, and he will thrust himself into me over and over again until he ejaculates onto my rear area. Like, I understand that's not exactly family friendly, but it's, you know, in today's society, it's not exactly not family friendly either. Like, I've seen worse stuff than that you know, I've seen kids watching and stuff, so I don't know. I think it could work. I think we're onto something. Family-friendly porn. Family-friendly porn. Family-friendly porn. That's an idea that'll work. Do you think Trey Turner is going to go diamond? Maybe. I like Trey Turner though. I think Trey Turner is going to be good, so he would definitely be a candidate, especially if he taps into his power. What team do you think? Well, probably the Mets. This is probably Adrian Gonzalez's last year. I don't get that signing. I don't get why anybody would want Adrian Gonzalez right now. That was a weird signing by the Mets. I don't get it, but you know, more power to them. If they want Adrian Gonzalez, they can have him. But yeah, I don't think he's gonna do a whole lot, and I think this is probably gonna be his last year in the league. Family-friendly porn. That would get just because it has the word porn in it, it would get demonetized, unfortunately, or I would. It's hard to be edgy. A website for family-friendly porn. It's actually, dude, it sounds like a dope idea. If anybody wants to invest in this idea, just hit me up with a super chat earmarked for family-friendly porn, and we'll get it going. What's up, I'm Beanie and I'm gay. That's right. That's right, indeed. Oh, good play. That was a good play off the wall.
The pitcher number.
Are you talking to Till? Are you talking about Adrian Gonzalez? First of all, I don't think he's going to go to the Hall. And almost certainly not. And secondly, honestly, I don't know. He's been with a lot of teams. That's my favorite intro. Yeah, I've done it a couple times, actually. Holy shit, dude. How do you fucking hit that outside slider so consistently? I don't get it. Like, people, that's like the #1 fucking pitch that people struggle with. And you're just, it's just like fucking outside slider. I mean, you know what? It's well placed. Nothing wrong with it. Fuck it. Guys, we have someone else who is, I know, but Anthony, you're not new. You should be in on this joke by now. The answer is yes. I am not straight. I'm not straight Cade. Let's say that. Actually, no, I'm totally not gay, Anthony. I'm definitely 100% not gay. I promise. I promise I'm not gay. I do not like seeing a big, handsome, burly man naked. I don't like seeing that at all. It does not do anything for me to see a chiseled, young Chippendale. Does nothing for me. I promise. No, Adrian Gonzalez is not even close to being a Hall of Famer. All right, we're getting these runs back. Fucking maybe. Okay, we're good. That was way too close, though. Way too close. Yeah, I would do anything for $1 million. Anything at all. That doesn't cause physical harm to me. As long as it's not gonna like permanently damage my body, I'll do anything. Bonds, Wes. Bonds. The answer is always Bonds. Unless it's Babe Ruth. If it's Babe Ruth, then we can maybe talk. But yeah, Bonds. Like, Ted Williams is great. Like, Ted Williams all-time great. But the answer is Bonds. Plus with Bonds, you get like much better defense. You get a lot of speed. Like pre-steroid Bonds was was great. Like, he was really fucking good. Golly, man. I'm just missing. That's absurd, Wes. That's absurd. Pre-steroids Bonds is still, like, all-time great. Like, first of all, okay, if you're just going offensively, okay. Pre-steroids Bonds probably wasn't quite as good as your boy Ted. He wasn't. I'll give you that. But he is so much, like, he's so far ahead of him when it comes to defense and speed that at that point it doesn't even make it a contest. Like Ted Williams was a liability on defense, and he had no speed to speak of at all. Bonds was a true five-tool player. And whatever you're losing in offense with Bonds, you're gaining back tenfold in speed and defense. Bonds pre-steroid, post-steroid is for different reasons, but was the best or the second best player in baseball history. Like, didn't Barry Bonds have like 3 fucking seasons of 10+ WAR before he took steroids? Like, that's cray cray. Yeah, well, Barry Bonds had a 600+ on base percentage one year, not pre-steroid, but I mean, but batting average is kind of a stupid stat, to be honest. On base percentage is much better, and if you look at it from an on base percentage standpoint, Barry Bonds got on base more than anybody like ever. Like, he had a super high on base percentage every year of his career. No, how good your team is does not affect WAR, but things like what position you play affect WAR, and things like what ballpark you play in affect WAR. Not a ton, but a little. This fucking game is so frustrating sometimes. Like, that was a good hit, but ugh. No, that's not true though. I mean, it is true to some extent, as far as like post steroids Bonds was like, it was exaggerated because he was so good, but even with that exaggeration, like before the steroids, he was still getting on base at record clips. Like, you can hate on Bonds for taking steroids all you want to, but the dude is either the greatest or the second greatest baseball player of all time. Hey, Scott, what's up, man? What do I think about Votto? Well, the poor team has nothing to do with it. Votto is fantastic. But it is harder to accumulate WAR as a first baseman, but that's just because you don't bring a lot to the table defensively, you know. Like, it's hard to accumulate value defensively. Slim, what's up, bro? What is up, my man? Please. Oh my God. I want to murder someone right now. Please, can I murder someone? Oh. No, Votto has still produced like elite levels of WAR. Elite levels, but if he produced the same amount of offense while also being a plus defender in center field, Joey Votto would be like Mike Trout level, you know, because he's such... You've got to be shitting. Come on. Come on. There's no way. There's no freaking way.
Now pinch hitting.
That's hilarious, man. Just got back to work. Another 8 hours. You're getting off 8 hours. Dang, dude. Like, he's definitely beating me right now. Like, legitimately. Like, he's played really good, but he's gotten at least 3 base runners that shouldn't have been on base, and I think that now 2 of them scored, so it's like should be 6-4 probably. Abstract, dude. There are a lot of articles on Fangraphs that that explain exactly like how WAR and how things like WOBA and all of the advanced stats that you want to know. It explains everything, how they're calculated, how to interpret them. That's where I started, and I got super into it from day one. Chris C., what you're doing here is you're being a fucking legend. That's what you're doing here. You just made the best decision of your life. Of your life. Your life is going to now be markedly better just because you clicked. Let's watch this little stream right here. Let's see what this guy's all about. Chilling and smoking an L with someone I know. Hey, that's awesome, Chris. I'm glad that I can bring you some nice American feelings. Well, who do you want up at the game? Bonds, pre-steroid, or what? Bond. The answer is always Bonds, Wes. Always. Actually, no. How do you describe that? Who do you want up with the game on the line? Bonds or pre-steroids? Oh, well, if you're gonna narrow it down so far, I guess Williams, because like offensively, pre-steroids Bonds or pre-steroids Williams was a superior offensive player. He was. But that's nowhere near a measurement. Like how good someone would do in a clutch situation is not even close to being a good measurement for how good that player actually is. And I've already given you the fact that Williams was a superior offensive player pre-steroid. But he wasn't a superior player steroid. Like, because you do have to factor in defense and speed and base running and things like that. And Bonds was so far ahead of Williams in those 2 categories. It's not even close. There we go. Still probably gonna lose this, but we're making it interesting. I am from South Mississippi, but there are a lot of guys in here from. There's a couple guys in here from Europe. Like I have one from Spain, one from Denmark, one from Finland. I have some guys in here from like Ohio. Some guys in here from California. Some guys in here from Texas. Some guys in here from New York. Obviously not all here like right now, but guys who generally watch me. Iowa, that's another one. Sparky, I didn't realize you were still in here. What's up, bro? We've even got a few fans from North Korea. Kim Jong-un, actually, the internet is basically outlawed in North Korea. The only exception are these streams. Like anytime someone in North Korea tries to log into their internet, they can't go to anything but youtube.com/Beanie Antics. That's the only thing they can go to. Or at this point, I guess /Beanie. It'll just automatically redirect them here, and if they try to get on anything else, it won't work. So Kim Jong-un is that big of a fan. I don't know if I want to if I want to make that joke. Like, is it funny that Kim Jong-un would be a fan of me? Dude, Slim, that's a super underrated Nelly song. You can find me St. Louis, where the gunplay rain all day. Some got jobs and some sell yay. Others just smoke and fuck all day. I love that song. Yeah, totally true, Chris. Real talk. He is the supreme leader of the DKPR. He's a big fan. What can I say? And he wants his people to experience it, mostly so they'll stop bitching about being hungry. Mason, dude, I'm glad I'm back too, man. I am so glad to be back. Ryan Howard or Prince Fielder? I'm gonna go with Prince.
Your attention, please. Now pitching.
All right. See if we can clutch this out. Oh, not beating a shift right there with my boy Victor. Very nice. Very nice. You miss football? Dude, why are you in Europe, Chris? Are you like working out there? Yo. Is this Walk-Off City? Oh no, it's not Walk-Off City. Go back. Dude, that was so close. Oh. Dang it. Do I have someone who's faster than Victor? David Wright is. No. Let's get some speed in there. All right. We gotta get a hit here, guys. I want the game in the hands of Votto, not Dawson. But if he walks him, that's fine too. Oh! Yo, I didn't get that call earlier. Thank you. Okay. Bases juiced. 1 out. Let's go. Bottom of the 6th. We're only a 6-inning game, and that's a walk-off grand slam, baby! Woo! Dawson make me lose my mind. Up in here. Yo, good game, though, Cade, bro. Dude, you're killing it most of that game. You got a little lucky on, like, a couple hits. But, dude, you were murdering the ball most of that game. Holy crap. Whew. I did ask if I had someone faster in VMAR. I meant someone, like, markedly faster. You know, like someone who could be a threat out there. That was the sexiest of ball sacks right there. Hell yeah. That was awesome, dude. All right. Cade, if you use a TV, bro, if you get a monitor, you're going to be a monster at this game. If you were hitting like that with a TV, fuck off, bro. You're going to be amazing if and when you get a monitor. Yeah, we do need a home run command. That'd probably be a good idea. Right, guys, that's going to do it. We've been going for a couple hours here, so I'm going to end it. But, guys, I'm so happy to be back. I'll be streaming every day now, mostly every day. Like, I might skip a day or two just to keep myself sane. But might play some Fortnite tomorrow, maybe. That sound good? I don't know. I'm going to start going with the flow. I'm going to stop being so formal about everything. Just kind of play what I want. Play what I feel like, you know. But yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Peace.